Ladies and gentlemen.
What can you say? Yeah, now then, how are you doing? Right, it's the 16th of February. I've just popped to the local pit again. It's 2 o'clock, so people are just going home from the weekend. But I'm just going to fish into dark for a bit, but I'm planning on coming tomorrow, so that's why I've come really. I'll put a bit of bait in and fish on it tomorrow. Hopefully I'll see something. I've come to a little corner that's out the way. The wind's pushing into it a bit, cold wind, but it's a nice deep corner this, so I've had fish from this in the past, but not this time of year. So I'm just about to put the first one in, so there's a pop-up. That's just going to go straight in front, and I've still got some maggots and pellet left, so that's going to go in bags in the margin basically. I've already put a little bit of bait in the margin, so fish might be there waiting for me, you never know. Right, I'll get this in. Right, so that's the other one. Maggots, a maggot and pellet in the bag with just a bit of goo squeezed into it. Saying that, the goo has got some other goodies in it as well. There's the other one, just the same. The only difference is this is a bunch of white maggots, the other one was a bunch of red maggots. Let's get this in. Oh, I tell you what, that wind's bloody freezing. Yeah, you don't really see anyone in this corner, so might as well give it a go. Someone's just left the peg I was in last week, so if nothing happens here, if I don't see out, I'll go in that one tomorrow because I'll be here nice and early. But before I go, I'll put some bait in that peg as well. Anyway, let's have a quick look at what we've got. Right, so this is what we've got. Nice little corner. So I've just underarmed one into that margin there, pop up straight in front, and just underarmed one just in this margin here. Quite deep margins, so not so bad. Someone's fishing just down halfway along there. The old boat boy, fucking boats. And someone's at the other side of the lake, bivvied up. The only thing is, I'm fishing just there. I can't see any of the water that way on. I can literally see what you can see now. And I'm not sitting in the wind, stuff like that. Anyway, let me get organised and we'll speak in a bit. Now then, good morning. Right, it's nearly 7 o'clock. I'm a little bit late to be honest. Right, I'm on the lake next door. It's not very big. I'll tell you more about it in a bit. Yeah, I was in that wind yesterday. It was absolutely freezing. Anyway, there's ended up being maybe 3 people doing the night on there. So when I left last night, I put a bit of bait. The road is just on the other side of the fence. So as I was leaving, I just stood on top of the bank and put a bit of bait in the margin round here. So I thought I'll go on here for an hour or two. If we've not had anything within a couple of hours, we'll go back on the main lake. We'll see, might have a bit of fun. There's supposed to be quite a few fish in here, but I'll tell you about that in a bit. Right, let me get baited up, catch you soon. Right, let's see what we've got then. Yeah, so I'm all baited up, ready to rock. Well, rocking. on the dance floor, as it were. Yeah, so this lake, it's about 3.5 acres, maybe 400 carp in it, but all averaging, I don't know, just into doubles really, the odd 20. So it's more of a canal type arrangement. So it's 3.5 acres, so it's not tiny, do you know what I mean? That goes right along there. It's more like a C shape, if you like. But it is all about fishing to the other side. So I've had some good hits on the top in here and on the bottom. I've only fished it maybe 4 times. But yeah, we're ready, we're rocking. We're clipped up and everything, so we're fishing it properly. So I've got one, let's have a look, mid-screen there, other side, mid-screen there, other side, mid-screen there, other side. And what I've done, I am clipped up, so I've got the distance sticks out, but what I like to do, so basically that gravel patch is my spot, so I am, I don't know, what's that, 4 yards away from my rods. So what I do, I've clipped up from here, basically. So my rods are clipped up, but I've not counted the wraps or anything. So I'm clipped up and I'll leave them clipped up. So when I hit the clip from here, then just walk to my rods, leave it clipped up, because the fish can't go anywhere, can they? You know what I mean? I'm not going to get a take and it run right over there. You know, so I do this little trick quite often when I'm fishing this sort of water, where the fish can't actually get anywhere. My clutches are fairly tight, you know, on a fish playing clutch basically, but that's how I always set them. So it's not that often you see me get a screaming run, because my clutches are usually quite tight. And the only reason I would ever slacken off is if I'm fishing on an angle to stop the rod being pulled in. So like I say, we'll give it an hour or two, and if there's no signs of anything, we'll go next door and we'll just sling some pop-ups out. The rigs I've got on here are what I had on yesterday. So I've got 2 on the maggot rigs and 1 on a pop-up. But what I might do is change them all for pop-ups. I've got some little 12mm pop-ups, and get them all on bright ones and try that. I've only slung them out for now. Right, let me have a cup of tea and I'll sort some rigs out. I'll catch you in a bit. Right, so all rigged up, we'll get these out. Yeah, that's a 14 and they're 12s, them 2. Just on bait spikes. Yeah, let's do it. I've had no liners or anything, so there's maybe no fish around here. So I will just give it another hour, because it's looking like quite a nice day. And if we're not going to catch on here, I might as well not catch where there's a big fish, haven't I? That's the way I see it. A lovely morning. So yeah, we'll give it another hour and we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's looking really nice. Right, let me do it. See you in a bit. Right, all wrapped up. It's 10 to 9. That fish I had last week was about 10 o'clock, so I'm gonna be on there for that bite time. I'll see you there. And there we go. Already fishing. I'm at the end of the other lake. I was here the other week where there was a lot of silkweed out there. But yeah, the guy that was here, he might have done a few nights for all I know. Well, he's gone. So I've just put my rigs out, no bait, You don't know how much bait people put in, do you? So, but no, on this slack water it looks quite nice. Yep, proper fishing. We aren't tiddler bashing this time. Right, I need a cup of tea, I'm gasping. Right, I'll catch you in a bit. Oh, well, it's 5:15. You've not seen much of me today. Yeah, not a lot's going on. But I have been doing my homework. I've been doing a lot of plumbing and feature finding, which will pay off in the long run. So I've been walking around doing that. So I brought the rods in to do that. Yeah, not a bloody alarm bite. I'm the only one on, everybody else is gone. Not seen a single thing. Tell you what, while I was round there doing a bit of plumbing as well, that wind is absolutely freezing. I'll give it another hour or so. Try and miss that traffic going back, tea time traffic. Yeah, I was thinking of going to Norton Disney beginning of next week, but I might just concentrate on here for a few weeks till that big one comes out, because it's that big leather that we're after. Might be about £40 at the minute. Right, I'm going to have the last of my tea. Scan the water, but nothing showing at all. Not even any small fish, do you know, like roach and that lot. Just nothing at all. So I was marking around here, so what I've done, I got back and I've whacked these over there, just on pop-ups in open water. You never know, might drop one on its in front of one's gob. Right then, I'll catch you in a bit. Right kids, it's 6:20. That's your lot. Big blank. But we're learning, so anyway, the pressure's off from that fish I had last week, so there's no panic. Hopefully, well, I'm saying hopefully, there's a change of weather coming. Southwesterlies, 14 degrees on Friday it's saying, but I don't know when I'm back, to be honest. So thanks for watching and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.